How's everything going today, guys? My name is Copycat, and in this one, I want to look at 25 amazing mods from Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Some of which that can be pretty run-of-the-mill, and some that are so weird you can't imagine how someone could have dreamt them up. Now, I know that Nintendo has a tendency to take these types of videos down from time to time, so you better subscribe to my channel and hit that bell before this happens so that you can find all my videos in the future. To begin, I want to look at a mod that includes a playable character that I don't think should have been excluded from the game in the first place in Rosalina, the protector of the cosmos and mother of the Lumas, originating from the Super Mario Galaxy subseries. Here the modder Deister even added variants for all of the game's power-ups, with the best obviously being your elephant form, and even put in the detail that your parachute is actually a giant Luma, which is just an incredible touch that I absolutely love. Next, we're going to look at a mod that oddly brings Vegito to SMB Wonder, who, if you didn't know, is the combination of Goku and Vegeta, who fuse themselves together into one being in an effort to stop Super Boo. Whatever that means, I feel like I'm too old to understand that. Also, I feel like their name should have been Vegoku, which makes more sense, but whatever. Another mod that was given multiple variants is the Dry Bones one, created by Joshua_A_Daniel, where you can see it in small form, in Super Mario form, and also in elephant form. I really do enjoy the amount of details people put in to make their creations really come to life. And honestly, I could see this becoming some sort of power-up in the future where you become undead and have to use it to your advantage somehow. I don't know, it makes sense in my head, just honestly, I think I'm predicting the future, just stay tuned. One mod that includes two fictional characters that I enjoyed watching a lot when I grew up, in Jake the Dog and Finn the Human from the Adventure Time series. Here, Finn of course is the main playable character, with Jake using his moldable body to represent his different abilities, including being your parachute, and in one really strange moment, being the wearable suit you put over yourself to become Elephant Mario, which is jokes. Next is a mod of another video game legend and one-time main Mario rival in Sonic the Hedgehog. Here, given an additional mod to change your physics, so Sega's mascot acts a lot more like he does in his own games. This makes the character super hard to control, as he moves very fast, making platforming difficult. Although, I can't lie, it's super fun and makes me think it's time for Mario x Sonic crossover games. Other than those ones. One mod I find interesting adds a variant of Mario that more resembles what he looked like from Super Mario 64, also being somewhat similar to the costume you can get that's supposed to do pretty much the same thing in Super Mario Odyssey. I just wanted to show off different types of creations, so you get a good idea of what people are making. One mod that's definitely more outlandish allows you to become one of the original starter Pokemon in Charmander. Here, made by modder Hollow. Also, I love the fact that the Drift Bloom has been modded in as your parachute, although personally I would have went with a legendary bird like the Ho-Ho or Moltres or Zapdos or something, but to each their own. Another character I low-key feel like should have been in the game from the get-go is Bowser Jr. Although before I talk about this, apparently this mod was discontinued, and it seems like the video of it has been taken down on YouTube, which is why I'm going to go through all the precautions not to show you everything, just what I can, which does kind of suck as this one's actually really good, so I'm not sure what happened. Next is the Among Us from Among Us, which was a popular game from 2018 that became huge during the pandemic in 2020. Leaving behind the everlasting meme that is the red imposter Among Us, here brought to life by Among Us enthusiast, Monochrome Kirby, and Sakura Miz. Unfortunately, getting power-ups doesn't change you here at all. But still, Among Us? Up next is one that lets you play as Pichette, which is Toadette's super form that was first introduced in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Also adding in all of her power-up forms, showing this really is a fan favorite. It would be cool if one day Mario games had way more customizable options, which is something Nintendo's getting better at, but still isn't great at. The next bunch of mods all have been created by the YouTuber named Ramia, who comes up with these creations then uploads them to their channel, where I'm going to quickly list off my favorites and any outstanding features of them. These include a Poplin, which are the toad-like beans of this game, a giant wiggler, which is just hilarious even though it doesn't seem to work perfectly, a simple, normal Hammer Bro, Captain Toad, a Goomba that can be played in all of the game's levels, a messed up Bowser that looks straight up disturbing, and finally a Hoppo, which doesn't make too much sense but is at least fun to look at, I think. One mod of characters that's added to pretty much every Mario game they can be added to are Oshawott and Dewott, which are Pokemon that originate from Black and White, where at this point I think they're just being put in as a joke, but I'm not too sure. Looking at creator Dr. Smol's profile, it seems like they usually make creations about themselves, so who knows if they're carrying on this joke or they just wanted these Pokemon in the game. The next mod we're going to look at turns Luigi into a chef, which is called Pepigi or Luigiono, which are two names I haven't heard of and can't find the origins for, so I'm not sure why he's called this, but whatever. Here given a cute hat and the outfit to boot. Again, I feel like this is supposed to be some sort of meme that I've never heard of and am left in the dark with. So if you know anything about this at all, then please let me know in the comments below. The last of the character swap model mods that we're going to look at adds the moons from Majora's Mask into the game, replacing piranha plants, which is actually a terrifying sight. This might be because as a kid, I was actually really scared of this evil entity, which I'm sure a lot of you who grew up in the 90s can probably relate to. This one here was made by Hallow, and I'd have to say was done pretty well. Although, he says his original YouTube videos were blocked by Nintendo, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one becomes blocked as well. One level I really want to show off, made by Cosmic Kirby 64, puts only up into Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which, if you didn't know, is a game where you're required to scale the stage as high as you can, getting to the end without falling downwards and losing your progress, having to start over. Of course, the creator here uses platforms and obstacles from this particular entry to create a tough platforming experience. Although it maybe isn't as hard as the original Only Up, it still will give you a bit of a challenge. Up next are a few physics-based mods that change something about the way your character controls in their environment. Here, starting off with the ones that gives each individual playable Mario figure their own unique moveset. This is very reminiscent of games like Super Mario Bros. 2, where each one has different abilities and then are used in different ways to help you achieve different things. With Mario being the default jumping normally and moving normally, with Luigi being sort of slippery and able to jump much higher, with Peach being able to jump and float in midair, with Daisy acting somewhat the same-ish, and finally with Toad being able to run faster, but not being able to jump as high. To cap this video off, we're going to look at a pair of mods that sort of go hand in hand, in the one that causes you to be invincible, not allowing you to take any damage, and the one that perpetually puts you at one hit, meaning that if you take any damage at all, you'll die. Both of these are interesting concepts, but I'd have to say the one that puts you at one hit is probably better, as there are already invincible characters you can play as in this game, in Yoshi or Nabbit, so that's not really a unique experience. Alright, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I really hope you did enjoy this one. If you did, please leave a like, comment below what you thought about these mods, and of course subscribe to my channel. Also, please go follow my Instagram at Copycat Gamer. There are some cool clips and a extra collection that you won't see anywhere else. Hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!